I think I figured something out today. What I figured out is what it looks like to stand on your own. In my perception of it, what standing on your own means is that you don't do this one thing, or you're able to do this one thing, I should say. That one thing is, can you go through something that is challenging for you without having to tell the world about it? I don't know about you, but there have been many times where I look back at myself like 10 years ago even, and all the things I would tell people, like all these, I just wanted to be honest, and maybe I figured if I share stuff, they would share stuff too. The older I get, the more I realize that is not the way to go, you know. This kind of leads me into talk about like inner circle. Who's in your inner circle? Because there are a lot of vipers out there who are wanting to bring you down by talking about you behind your back, messing with your job, whatever it is. Or they think they can do things better than you. Vipers, you know. So if you're like me, you're very careful about who you complain or who you vent to. Because I look at myself like, well, what if the person I'm venting to goes around and stabs me in the back? Would I be able to handle that? And I think that's a good way to kind of keep yourself in check. Can you handle it? Can you stand on your own? Because that's what standing on your own means, is that you can go through things, like I said, without having to vent about it to people necessarily. Yeah, I think we all vent, but if you had no one on your side, or you didn't know who to trust or whatever, that would be rough. But would you still be able to stand by your convictions? That's tough, you know, especially for someone like me who's it just opens up for jokes what I say this, but I am very sensitive to certain things. The older I get, the thicker my skin gets, and I realize that people don't care. There really are a lot of people out there who just, they're nasty, they want to take you down. They see you having too much fun or whatever, they're going to talk about you, they're going to spread rumors. They suck. Like I said, vipers in this world. So, the other thing I've learned is that if you've watched the movie Saving Private Ryan, Tom Hanks talks about how complaints go upward. You can't go down the chain of command with complaints. You have to go up. That's why being a leader is lonely. When they say it's lonely at the top, that's what they mean. Nobody really knows what it's like to be at the top, and people may only see what you do. They don't necessarily know why you are doing what you're doing. They don't have all the information. They don't realize that in a band situation, for instance, there's been many times over the years where I want people to be able to come and talk to me about, so-and-so's doing this, it's driving me crazy, so I'll try to do a different situation to avoid certain things, and then people will wonder, well, why is he doing this? This doesn't make sense. I'm like, it does make sense if you knew why I was doing this. You know what I mean? That's why they say it's lonely at the top. So I think the way to get there, by the way, is to fortify yourself with positive mental, you know, not images, but listen to the positive motivational stuff. That's the reason I do these videos, is more for me than for you. Hopefully, though, it keeps you on the right path, too. I always have to remind myself of this. You know, we are all unique. We all have our own strengths, and you know, there's no one like us. Our brain is a supercomputer. I'm going to say it. I should say it every day to myself, to remind myself to trust my instincts and realize that, hey, you know, the stuff I'm going through, other people are probably going through too. So you're smart enough to handle anything that comes your way. You have more in you than you need. I seriously believe God gave us more than we need in us. We just have to, like, get over our own selves and remind ourselves that we are enough. We can handle whatever is thrown at us. And hopefully the universe doesn't take that as a challenge to just whip things at us. But you would be amazed. Nobody knows the struggles each of us go through. And if you guys could get inside my head, you'd be amazed at the littlest, smallest, tiniest things that can throw me off kilter and send me running to have to like listen to positive motivational stuff just to keep myself from circling down into a spiral. It's crazy. Like I said, being sensitive and sarcastic and impatient can be a bad combination sometimes, because then you have a bad temper, you feel like nobody gets you, nobody will get you, and what's the point? It's so easy to slip into that nihilist, it doesn't matter, we're all going to die anyway line of thinking. Anyway, that's what's up. Just remember how good you are, how the good stuff you have. There's no one like you, and you know, anything that's thrown at you, you have enough in you to handle. You can do this. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.